mortality. Mortality.
Everyone, welcome to the coffee stream. Today I'm joined by Dark Little Voices, Shade, and Decay.
I'm the mischief side, and she's the one who puts me in check, even though I try not to. Oh, what was I reading off the cue cards again? The wrong ones? Ah, my bad.
And this is why you keep having to go back in the box.
uh, I'm not in the box. That is King's territory.
And good morning, September Dragon Audio. And it is the day before the New Year's, which is kind of weird that 2022 is done. It's a weird concept.
Yes.
Also,
Thank the gods.
we are also joined by a little dark voice. It's called something. I'm not no. I don't. I was gonna come up with a fake name, but I can't think of anything. So blank. Just a little dark
Their
voice.
nickname has been Baby Voices.
Yes.
Baby voices. We have
I'll
baby
probably come up with names later. But for now, just call baby voices.
baby voices. Itty bitty voices. So you'll hear a baby voice every once in a while.
And also, September, we're doing pretty good. Hope you're doing good as well.
Staying warm. Out of the
Yeah,
roads.
absolutely. I don't know.
Just stay
It's
off.
just been gross out here.
Yeah, once the blizzard left, it's just been rain.
Well, there's nothing worse than like weather where you go from warm or to cold to warm and then back to cold because then your freaking roads are ice and it's just dangerous now. And that's what we had.
Oh no.
So yeah, we've got they're okay now, but yeah, they've been not great. We were at yeah, we're in the positives again. So we were well into the negatives. We were with the wind chill and everything. We were at -40, over -40,
Yeah.
and that's where Fahrenheit and Celsius meet.
Oh yeah.
So it's one of those times where I don't have to translate. And
Yeah,
now,
we had that same negative wind chill for several days here.
it's too cold. Too cold. My car's so old. I'm just like, please, please stay alive. Don't let this
Yeah.
cold wind. Every break, I'm going out there and starting the car, doing a little drive. Everyone's like, you're crazy to go out there. I'm like, I have to. I have to make sure I can get home at the end of the day.
I'm surprised it's still alive after all this time.
Yeah, it's over 20 years old. Still going. Hey, it's my car. And it might be a rust bucket. It might look like it can't go. Might look like it'll fall apart in any 5 minutes, but it still runs. It still runs. My favorite thing is when I'm next to like one of those like really expensive cars and I pass right by them with my really old rust bucket, and I'm like, just because she's a rust bucket doesn't mean she don't got an engine. Bye. It's my favorite thing. It's just I don't know. I'm so bad. It's my passive aggressive way going, yeah, sure, you own the very expensive car, but guess how much I have to pay on this one? Nothing. Don't hit it or I'll kill you. Yeah. We had weather here where I actually had my hazards on while driving because there was so much fog.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried someone was going to rear end me, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Because, yeah, there was some of the fog was so bad that I couldn't even see the front of my car, let alone another car.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's rough.
And then it would ease back up. It was just like this little stretch of road would be like that, and then it'd be easing back up, and then go back to it, and it was just like, okay, well, normally I would say pick something, but no, just keep doing this. This is fine. Don't pick. Because you're going to pick the really bad one. I know you, Mother Nature. She got some spite in her.
It just feels like Mother Nature's just spinning her wheel of fortune. At least in this state. Oh, what season will it be this time? Oh, Blizzard of Death. Perfect.
Fog, where you think that a pyramid head's going to come out at any moment.
That's what it kind of looks like in this fog that we currently have.
We had that on Thursday. I walked down and went, okay, everyone in the car before Pyramid Head shows up.
Silent is the scary game. Silent is the scary game. It's a horror after all.
It might be a scary game, but there's one ending where you find out the dog was actually in charge with and has cameras and stuff. There's like all the Silent Hills have a joke ending too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, which you know what
Nice.
is kind of fun too because then you get a joke ending. You're just like, stupid dog.
Stupid dog.
Jesus.
You made me look bad. That's what they need.
Right.
And the scary part is Silent Hill is based off a real city in the States. Or town. Real town in the States.
I feel like, yeah, it should not be surprising.
Well, so I can't remember which state it is, but there is a town that they had coal mine that caught on fire and it is now full of
Mhm.
smoke that looks like fog, and that's what Silent Hill's based off of. There's actually people still living there, but you can't buy houses. They can't give them to their children or anything. Once they pass on, the houses are condemned after that. So
Mm.
Interesting.
they couldn't force
How
the
come?
people because it's dangerous. They're like the ground is shifting and sometimes falling in. You've got carbon dioxide extremely into the environment right now. I mean, you literally
Yeah.
are on top of fire.
But what fire keeps us warm?
Yeah, but it also eats away at the ground, and who knows. So yeah, they're not allowed to give their houses to their children, and once they pass on, the houses are condemned because they couldn't force them out if they didn't want to leave. So I don't know if there's anyone left anymore, but yeah, that's what Hill was originally based off of, and it's really cool because they also use the fog to hide things because the tech wasn't completely to the point where they needed it to be. So they were able to hide
Oh
stuff with the
boy.
fog.
Hmm. Talk about convenience.
Talk about working with what you got. It's really
Yep.
smart. And nowadays well, there hasn't been a Silent Hill in a very, very long time. It's kind of died.
Which is kind of sad. I mean, 'cause this is a really good, scary horror game to the point where I've never finished any of them because I freak the fuck out that bad.
No, I'm good. I don't want to play anymore. Here, my head
Yup.
scares me too much.
I didn't even get that far. Like, I got chased into like some trailer park shit by some shadow things. And I was like, yeah, since the guns don't work and they can still beat my ass, I'm done. We good. We good.
And I think horror games where you actually can't fight the bad guy are more scary than when you can.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, oh no, the zombie's coming at me. Okay, the zombie's dead. But the original, like Resident Evil 2, if you went the wrong
Mhm.
way, the zombies always got you.
God.
I didn't realize you had to go to the police station because I was really young when Resident Evil 2 came out, and I was like exploring because I'm used to exploring. There are so many ways to die by zombie hordes. So many ways to die. And you can't beat them. You really can't beat them. There's so many of them. There's nothing you can do. And then
That is good to
they get to the police station, and then you start fighting those kind of monsters too. There's just not nearly as many zombies.
Yeah, I still remember playing Resident Evil 2 this one time, and I was in the sewers. I had no idea that there was a giant crocodilian kind of creature that came out of nowhere. I was just thinking, maybe some worms or like giant worms, typical shit. It was like, it's gonna, give me a little jump scare. It'll be fine. Then it was like, oh, you have to run away from this thing. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, Resident Evil has always been, you got to figure out which one you can fight and what you can't. So, but like the newer stuff, yeah, you can fight everything.
Hold on a second. I think we lost something here.
Was it my brain? Might be my brain. It's marbles. I might need more marbles. Blah. Hi, Lulu. Hi. Lulu's awake. Come on. Come.
God damn it. What happened? I don't know. No, Discord, you bitch.
What did Discord do now?
Well, it just like, for some reason, it just turned off our headset, so we can't hear through our headset or speak through it. Let me see.
Discord. Dear Discord, please get your shit together. We really need you to
Yes.
work. Sincerely, every single user who uses you.
Right.
I can take it or leave it.
Okay, except for my husband, apparently, who can take it or leave it, but he also doesn't use it for somewhat professional reasons.
Yeah.
As in me. Like, I use it for semi-professional reasons, but let's be serious, I do use it to mess with other narrators.
Oh, delightful. Yep.
Just slide into their DMs,
Again,
give them memes, slide away. That's how 42 rolls.
Hang on 1 second.
Don't worry, there's no such thing as silence on my streams. We have music playing.
Okay.
Music.
Let's see if that works.
Can you hear me now? How about now?
Yellow?
I can hear you guys. I could hear you the whole time. Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
I didn't do this, I swear to God. It wasn't me. It was you.
It's nothing.
Okay, can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, 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 no. Hello? Damn you, Discord.
Don't worry. They'll be back in a second. Welcome to the Discord live streams. They
Hello?
have problems. Can you hear me?
Got nothing. I got a whole lot of nothing. God damn it. No, sir. Thank you. I think I heard something.
Can you hear me?
You hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it my mic? Because I'm not seeing myself go green. Hold on.
Oh, now you give the Bluetooth option, you dumb fuck. Okay, can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
No, it's just such a...
Hold on.
Uh,
Where did How about now? Can you hear me? Hold on.
I can hear you now, I think.
Can you hear me now?
But only through the stream, right?
I think only through the stream, and it doesn't make sense.
I think it's Discord. Alright, guys. Okay, hold on.
Okay. All right, try now.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, there we go.
You-
My
okay.
God.
Okay, now I'm going green. Like, before I wasn't going green.
I was so confused. I was like, I put on the live stream again. I was like, I can hear her through the stream, but I can't hear her through Discord. This doesn't make sense.
Well, see, my stream doesn't use Discord. My stream is just using my mic. So if Discord's not working, it doesn't affect it.
Double check your notifications.
That makes a whole lot more sense.
I'm not. I wasn't muted. That's why I'm
Server
confused.
mute. Different thing.
Nope, I wasn't touching my computer either. So. I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm not sure either. It just like kicked out my headset, and then
Then
that was it.
everything went wrong.
Yeah, it went downhill real quick.
I was about to switch to web if I had to again. I mean, I figured that out. It works. I don't know. And I'm like so iffy about this because it wasn't working yesterday for me, so. Sorry everyone. Welcome to technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Population us.
Yep, that is what we do here. Oh man.
The look of panic on your face, though, was entertaining.
Wow, you are a colossal dick today.
Oops.
Apparently so.
She just wants to throw the shade.
Yeah, that is my job, ma'am.
Mm-mm.
Not when I'm here.
I see you picked your name poorly. It should have been Decay as in you and Shade as in her. You see?
Nope. You're all fired.
It's fine. I'll go make my own thing. With hookers and blackjack.
Blackjack hookers.
It's one of my favorite
What?
sayings
Forget
ever.
the hookers.
No. It's forget the original thing. I'll go make my own theme park with hookers and blackjack. You know what? Forget about the theme park. First episode of Futurama. Or second. It's the one that when they went to the moon. That became in the theme park. It's like the first or second episode. And it's just like my favorite catchphrase ever. I'm gonna do it, but with hookers, blackjack. You know what? Forget the original thing.
And then by the end of it, he's just like, you know what? Forget the whole thing. And just gets in the ship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got to also have that beer. The fact that they have to be alcoholics is quite amusing.
Yes.
Because the world doesn't have fuel anymore because we depleted it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll more than likely end up doing that for real.
It's very possible. Alcohol's actually pretty easy to make, and if you make low-grade stuff for fuel purposes, super easy. The only reason the other stuff's more expensive is because you age it for flavor purposes. If you're not doing it for flavor purposes, you literally just need it for alcohol purposes. It's easy. Ethanol's super easy to make.
How to make alcohol with 242.
I'm not telling you how to make alcohol. I'm just telling you it's easy. Elephants even do it in their trunks.
Wink, wink.
Yes, elephants will stuff their trunks with like fruit and stuff and wait for it to ferment and then drink it to get drunk.
Want some sangria?
Yeah. I also want the taste of the sangria.
Pass me my coffee, please.
No coffee. It's against the rules. Tea's
Yeah,
over.
you heard it, no problem.
Stream.
I know.
Thank
It's a coffee stream with no coffee. I forgot to grab any drink at all today.
Same here. Oh wait, no, I grabbed the water bottle.
Well, it's because I was trying to figure out Discord, and then by the time I figured out Discord, it was time for the getting ready for the preamp live stream part, and I'm like, oops. I'm broken.
Oh. Ew. You can make alcohol out of animal fat?
Mm.
Yes, it does.
Doesn't sound very
I mean-
tasty. Then again, I mean, if someone told you they can make alcohol out of potatoes, would that sound tasty?
No, but apparently that's how vodka is made.
That's exactly what vodka is made out of. Rum is sugar.
That explains stuff.
Yeah, that's why rum was such a big thing when the pirates were around, because this is the part of the area they were in was the sugar.
Cool. The more you know.
Rainbows.
So brandy is apparently fruit based wine, which I actually never knew. Grapes are, of course, wine, but you actually make grapes out of almost any fruit. You make soap out of animal fat. Yes, I know that. Yes. Yes. Soap's really interesting how we make it. I have no clue how we figured out how to make soap in the first place. I get how we figured out how to make alcohol. We accidentally let some stuff go bad, and some guy decided to drink it, realized it made them feel funny, and we had alcohol.
Well, I mean, we had mouthwash that originally was supposed to just be cleaning products, and then it was just like, oh, wait a minute, you can use this in your mouth?
Yeah, it was supposed to clean like every part of your house, which also makes me wonder if you should use it for your mouth at all.
That's why you don't swallow it.
Yeah, that and the alcohol content in it.
Well, I think they've put less alcohol in it over the years.
Yeah. And there's alcohol free too, so it has less burn.
Yep.
Which is good for the
But
kids.
for me, if it's not burning your mouth, is it really doing its job?
You like spicy food, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. If it's not burning as I eat it, am I really enjoying the food?
Yes. If my bowels don't scream, how fucking dare you at 3 o'clock in the morning? Am I even alive?
My answer is yes. I would
Same.
much rather sleep at 3 a.m.
Same. How much Taco Bell do you eat?
Not as much as I'd like.
That's supposed to be the joke. I've never had that problem with Taco Bell, ever, where I felt like garbage afterwards and all that stuff, so... But then again, I live in Canada, not the States, so...
Yeah, one time in high school, I got food poisoning from Taco Bell. And then just the smell or thought or talk of Taco Bell made me nauseous for years after.
That's fair.
Then I think it was within the last couple of years I tried it again and it was fine. So it's always rough when that happens.
Yeah, well, your body automatically goes into do not eat this ever again mode when you eat something that makes you sick. It's survival, right?
How dare we survive?
I know. That's not allowed. Eat the
If
Taco
we're
Bell
not
till you
killing
die.
ourselves, are we even alive?
Says the undead man.
Yes.
It's okay. You keep getting raised back up. You're fine. I, on the other hand, am the necromancer, and I need to be alive so I can raise the other people back to life.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel better, I'm brought back, against my will because certain people want me alive. So, yeah, there's that.
Is it the baby voices?
I don't know. Sometimes that's debatable too.
Trust me, the baby voices want you alive too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just
She
take
finally
one.
said Dada yesterday. I was like, yes.
Aww. See? If you'd be still dead, you wouldn't be able to hear that.
I could. It'd just be muffled.
I think I heard it. Could you make her say it louder?
Can you scream it from 6 feet in the dirt or something?
Dada! I think I heard it.
My little dragons are trying to kill me. Oh no.
Oh jeez.
Yes.
the baby voices are trying to kill him. So I mean, I guess all the littles are trying to kill everyone. Lulu, do not join in.
Man, man, what's up?
They're just trying to take the throne, September. Don't let them.
So while I was at work, I work at a hardware store, and we're all standing around, and there's these toilets, and like, oh look, there's a throne for us. They all look at the toilet, look at me, and just shake their head, and I'm like, eh. Puns. And everyone calls the toilet their throne.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it, but
Porcelain.
I don't get it either.
I'm just gonna, yeah, it's your personal throne. I'm like, I just want to get on it, do what I need to do, get the hell away from it. It's not comfortable.
Exactly. It's just. Well, I mean, there's cushioned ones, but you don't want that in a public bathroom.
Well, you also don't really want that in your house either, because they are harder to clean. Like, really hard to clean. So it gets nasty really fast. I knew someone who had a cushion one. It was nasty.
Yes. Out. Be gone, heathens.
But I want cereal.
No, they just want to tell on each other and see who can get each other in trouble the most.
Because they can't keep their hands off one another.
Yep, that's kids for you though.
Yeah. Just better to put them 6 feet in the ground. I mean, love them forever.
You know what the scary part is? At some point, you're going to miss this. That's the scary part. It's just like, I missed you guys fighting all the time. It was easier. This is why I just have a dog. She just gets in trouble every once in a blue moon. She kind of eyes the cat every once in a while, puts her head on the cat so the cat can play with her. It's really cute. And then she can't tell on the cat because, I mean, she has resting sad face anyway, so it's not like you can tell when she's actually sad.
Resting sad face. God damn. Now I thought I had depression.
Oh yeah, my dog is like super depressed 24/7. I don't know how I lucked out. Yeah, we just call it resting sad face. It's adorable.
Oh.
But my favorite thing is when you come home, she loves you and she's happy to see you. The cats couldn't care less. Oh, you left, human? Is that why no one can throw my spring for the next 5 minutes so I could chase it? I'm disappointing you. You should have had someone here to throw that for me.
Yep. That'd be dogs for you.
Oh no, that's the cat. The dog's just happy I'm home. She's like, yay! The cat's like, no, you should have been here to throw the toy for me so I could chase after it, wreck the whole house, and then chase after it again. That's what I wanted. Though the cat is kind of... I have resting grumpy face as September Dragon. Hey, Sock Goblin. Welcome. I haven't seen you in a while.
I've seen him in a few other streams, I think.
Well, he hasn't been in
I
this
can't
one.
remember. But it's good to see you. Did you know you don't have a skeleton stuck inside you? Since your brain is inside of your skull, you are trapped inside a skeleton. Wow. Deep.
I mean, technically, all you are is a skeleton moving a meat suit.
I mean, that's true. Does that make you the parasite, though? Or does that make your bones the parasite?
No, neither one, because they have always been there. A parasite is something that invades. And lives off something. Yeah, so... I mean, technically, bacteria could be considered a parasite, but it's just not technically by... Did you know every time you light your lighter, your lighter gets lighter? The lighter gets so light it won't light.
Wow. Yes, I've heard that like 1,000 times, but yes.
No, my dyslexia really wanted to kick in there.
I could hear. That's why I was trying to help you out there. It's like, wait, just juggling.
light, too many lights. Nope, too many lighters, lights. Okay, brain, nope.
Now my cat won't take the hint. I keep trying to push her away, and she keeps coming back for attention.
No, pet the butt. No, pet the butt. This is what my cat likes.
Did you know, thanks to pregnancy, the average number of skeletons in the human body is greater than 1? Yeah.
Also, when you're born, you have more bones in your body. And as you get older, you get less and less bones. And they actually keep fusing even as you're an adult.
Yeah.
You have less
Until
and less
you
bones.
just like me.
You can't move, you're always in a sitting position because your bones have all fused together.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's kind of interesting, like, the fact that babies' heads are, like, not one piece like they are when we're adults. They can be moved and stuff, so, like, sometimes they get disformed when they're born, and they put a helmet on their heads just to make sure it gets the right shape.
Huh.
Yeah, apparently it's rare,
I
but
did-
it happens.
I thought that was the helmet was only for like mentally disabled kids, but that's cool.
No, it's for babies, just to make sure, because they're so soft and malleable when they're little.
Well, I mean, all the better to bounce them with, right? Ugh.
My dog is staring at the door. She wanted in here, and now she's just staring at the door. Lulu, come here. Come here. Hey. Oh, he's so cute. And now she's
So while
eyeing
we-
me.
Oh man. So, any future goals for 2023?
It's probably not realistic, but I wouldn't mind getting to 10,000 subscribers in 2023.
Whew.
But I don't think I'd be able to do that. I'd be happy with 5.
I believe in you.
That's 4,000 more than I have now, so. I mean, I have records of what I started with this year. I started with just over 500 subscribers this year. That's what I
Wow.
started January, and now I'm like well over 1,000, and I'm just like, I actually got 801 subscriber change this year. I was
Ooh.
so excited. I'm gonna be doing a video about it and kind of how this year's been and stuff. Going over some stuff. But yeah, 2022 was pretty fun and interesting. And then you skyrocketed to like 1,000
Yeah. That was crazy.
out of nowhere. Last time I checked, you were at 300 and something, and then I'm like, wait, when did you get to 1,000? Like 2 days ago? What do you mean, like 2 days ago? What'd you do? Sell your soul to the devil? Why didn't I think
Well,
of that?
I mean, I don't necessarily have a soul, so
Well, you sold
Yeah, it
a
was,
soul. You sold a
yes.
soul. Doesn't mean it has to be your soul.
Oh, that's true. I mean, if you want to rat me out, I might as well just say that. Yeah, it was like 1,300 souls, give or take.
And what the devil did was just make them all subscribe to you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Subscribe. Okay, now they're mine.
Good morning, hair-raising narratives.
Hair-raising narratives.
Decay would like to say hi, but she had to step out because the other two voices were trying to get themselves in trouble. So
No, he was hitting me. Well, she was hitting me. Well, I wanted cereal. No, I wanted the cereal. Something like that. I wanted the
Yeah,
toy truck. No, I wanted the toy truck. He stole it out of my hands. No, she stole it out of my hands. Sound about right?
yeah, just about.
It's almost...
Shoot, I mean, if I had it my way, it would just be gladiator style and just let whoever survives to the finish survive, you know? I mean, it's survival of the fittest, you know? I mean, it's natural selection.
How very, Spartan of you.
Thank you.
Are you going to take them out to a mountain somewhere and look them over, and if they aren't deemed worthy, let them fall to their death?
I keep trying, but Decay is the one who keeps stopping me. I'm like, look, I'm just going to take them somewhere. Like, it's really nice and cozy on the mountains. They'll get a nice view of everything. And then they're just going to go for a bit of a free fall, if you will. Just, you know, without a safety net or anything to prevent them from joining me in the grave.
Your kids are gonna get older, somehow find this stuff and go, wow, Dad was messed up.
And yet, for some reason, they still love me. I don't understand this.
Because love is unconditional. That's a lie. Love does have a condition. Especially
Yes,
family
you must
love.
be enslaved forever. Help.
I mean, most family love, like love normally isn't unconditional, but sometimes you have to let that go.
Amen.
Sometimes it's just not worth it.
And then you get loves. The donuts from the gas station, not the actual love. No one wants that.
It's messy and painful.
But donuts, at least you can clean that up with some wipes.
You can with blood too. Just saying.
Yeah, but you actually have to scrub into it. At least this way it's just like a little bit of wipe here and there, and you're done.
And if you really are having troubles, you can get the laundry machine to clean it, and does it really well. Doesn't do blood very well. I'm klutz. I know this very well. I've cut myself more times than I can count.
But have you tried OxyClean? This following stream has been brought to you by OxyClean. Have you wanted to try to get away with murder but haven't been able to because there's too many bloodstains on your sheets? Well, try the new OxyClean. Oxy's been known to get rid of every, and I do mean every, piece of evidence from any cloth possible. Just throw it in with your regular clothes, wash it, dry it, and it's just like you didn't even commit murder in the first place. Yay!
OxyClean will not get rid of the body. You must dispose of that in your own way. Please remember, if the police ask, we did not have this commercial. Thank you. Try to do that whole disclaimer thing. Talk to your doctor. You might feel heartburn, blah blah blah, death. Like, I remember, so Canada doesn't have those like drug things, but we have American television here, so I've listened to the drug things from the States, and just listening to the list of things that can go wrong, and one of them being death, it's like, okay, I think I don't want to take that if death is one of the options. Apparently seltzer water and lime juice for blood. Hello, Lady Spicaria.
Hello, lady.
Since she's a vampire, demon, she'd be very good to get the information on how to get rid of blood. And yeah, she's in 2023. She's in the future. How's 2023 looking so far, Lady Spicaria? I don't know. Her latest picture looks a little more like a vampire than a demon.
I don't know. It kind of looked more demonic to me, but I guess that's just my opinion on it.
I think it's just the amount of teeth just made me think of vampire.
Could be. But does she absorb blood like a sponge? That will determine whether or not she's a demon or a vampire.
Oh, apparently she has more inspirations for some more stories. Nice. That's always great.
Very nice.
I do have
Hell yeah.
I have a story idea too that involves Decay and Shade. I don't know when I'll have a chance to sit down and write it, but I do have a story, and it will be a collab.
Whoosh, cracking the whip. Get to work.
I consume souls and blood because I'm extra.
Oh my god.
You know, it's 7,000 years. She does need a little extra to keep it going some days. I mean, 7,000 years is a long time to be alive, so.
Amen to that. You know, I mean, if you put enough sunscreen on yourself, I guess anything is possible, you know?
I don't know if you watched a thing about... So, vampires can't go into sunlight, right?
Correct.
But moonlight is just sunlight. Reflected.
Well, I mean, it's just decaf sunlight, you know,
I
so
know.
not as strong.
But someone had said that, and then a vampire... he was talking to a werewolf that was transformed. Like, well, I thought you couldn't transform unless it's a full moon. A full moon's just sunlight. It's just sunlight hitting off of it, so of course I can transform. And the vampire's like, huh. Goes out in the middle of the day and looks at the moon, and then thinks about it, and then it's like, oh no, it burns up.
Oh, jeez. What do you three have planned for your channels? Well, I'm still in the middle of editing. Oh, dear gods. I'm editing all of our videos at the moment, and I apologize. Decay was here, and you missed her lady. But she had to step out because of the kids, and then now she's finishing up some desserts. So it's just you, me, and 242 here.
You know... I'm gonna start throwing some shade around.
Hey, that is my job. I don't go over to Canada and tell you how to do your job, ma'am.
You can't do my job, man. If you saw how I edit, you would probably lose your fucking marbles.
More than likely. Oh, well, she has returned.
Decay!
Woohoo!
I softened over the little cranky voice with arts and crafts.
Whoa!
Smart. Arts and crafts always works.
Yes.
Well, like
Still-
I said, she is the brains of the operation. I am just kind of the brawn, you know, the muscle,
Don't hurt
the
yourself.
He-Man of this.
Then you won't be able to be the muscle anymore and you'll be pooped.
Yes.
Uh,
It's very easy to be pooped.
But yeah, they were asking what our plans for our channel are.
Oh, okay. What have you said so far?
I have said that I'm still in the middle of editing quite a bit of the other stories that we were going to do for our channel.
Mhm.
And then we kind of derailed for a bit there.
Like you do.
Yes. But why don't you tell them about a story that you're writing?
Ooh, so I'm writing a story that it has a lot of just kind of visuals from one of my past jobs. And, you know, that feeling of being the last one in the office and having to lock up and on your own and the creepiness that ensues. But it'll be my first one for the channel, so
Yeah.
be gentle.
No, I agree. That is scary. I've had my husband, when we worked at another store, he was the closing manager all the time, so I'd be there with him. And it is creepy to be in the store, everything off, it's silent, and you're just like,
Yes.
this is creepy AF. And then you hear a
Yeah.
sound, and you're like, get out!
Right. This is it. This is how I die.
Well, I knew it was gonna die, but I was really hoping it was gonna be something epic. It's not.
Yeah, like eating Taco Bell and then pooping on the toilet to death at 3 a.m.
That's not epic.
That's
At
not.
all.
No, that's.
sad.
Truth be told, that's probably been overdone. Like, 2 people have done that already. Lace Bucaria says to make noise to assert dominance.
Ooga
I
booga
mean-
booga, I have done so.
Yeah, there you go.
My channel tomorrow is going to be 2 scary horror stories.
Ooh.
And then I had a poll. Well, I still have a poll. So if you guys want to vote, there's a poll on my channel for the true stories for this month. And so far, Paranormal Stories is winning, but Dark Web Stories is like just behind it. So if it stays this way, I'm gonna do I'll do Paranormal this month, and next month I'm gonna do Dark Web Stories. So
Nice.
Cool.
yeah. I did have it for members only / patrons, and then no one really voted, so I opened it to everyone.
Yeah.
There you go.
I did the one that the patrons that voted, that did vote, their vote goes a little bit further, but they did creepy encounters, and it's too far down for it to push it over the edge. That's okay. Creepy encounters always gets a lot of love, so I do that all the time. And Glitch in the Matrix. Every month I get Glitch in the Matrix. Got a glitch? It's gone now, but my Discord was, well, bye 2022. Hello 22. Wait a minute.
Get out of here with that noise.
I don't want to repeat this year. Thank you very much. Have a good night's sleep, Lace Becaria. Happy 2023.
Good night, Bestie.
I'll see you later for another live stream.
Yes. Make sure that you take very good care of yourself and dust off your coffin, and make sure to stay away from crosses and all that jazz.
Is that shade? We don't know him.
Excuse me, sir. That is it, sir. You are definitely going in the box next.
It's fine. He'll burn it apart.
Yes.
Is this a timeout box?
Well, actually, because there's no air in there, so
Poke holes in it.
I'm not poking holes in the air.
I will poke holes in the box.
I just want him to be in a thing of ashes in a box. Calm down. He'll rise back up when you open it. He's a phoenix.
That's fair.
I rise. I'll rise hell. I'll raise hell. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's not permanent. Just don't vacuum up the ashes is all he ever asks.
Right?
I forget what we were talking about, but he's like, okay, that's it. I'm going to die this time. But please just vacuum up the ashes. I'm done.
Just vacuum the ashes in separate parts of the world. See how many phoenixes come back.
I think phoenixes are also originally in Egyptian mythology, if I remember correctly.
Huh. I've only heard them in Greek, so I didn't know they were Egyptian as well.
But they weren't in Greece, they were in Egypt.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. They already tried. They had tried to steal it when they had done some kind of myth of Typhon or something like that to try to explain why the Egyptian gods have animal heads.
Yeah, it's the Greek gods, but they went and put animal heads while they were in Egypt.
Yeah, to hide from Typhon. That's their excuse for it.
Except the Egyptian gods are way different than the Greek gods.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Add water, make clay. I guess I can come back as a sculpture.
Well, I don't know if this will be censored, but no.
Okay, gonna get ready for.
We're gonna make you
buns.
We're definitely gonna make you a sculpture, Phoenix, but it ain't gonna be the kind you'll like.
We'll see about that.
Weed. Do you have a mouse in your pocket?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
In fact, his name is Char. Oh, that's where the smell was coming from.
Oh no. Poor Charlie.
Jeez. Of Mice and Men, oh, that book is so horrible. I had to read it for school.
Thankfully, I missed out on having to read that one.
Yes,
There's
because there was not really that much of a happy ending.
no,
No,
and
in
there's
fact, there
so
was
much.
no happy ending.
No, but it was the Great Depression. How would there be a happy ending?
Well, I mean, if you're depressed long enough, you find a happiness. I had nothing. I kind of just winged it. Sorry.
So,
I'll just hush while I'm ahead.
Glad I caught you all before the new year. Yes. Yeah, and then there's Interscare's having a New Year's live stream, and he's having a bunch of people on to narrate stories, and I'll be on that first thing, actually. So
Cool.
and Phoenix is also going to be on it because he's also he's also co-hosting. That's the word I was looking for, co-hosting.
Very cool.
nice.
I can't speak English.
Confucius once say, "Man who stands on toilet is high on pot."
I'm
Love it.
pretty sure Confucius didn't say that. Jesus didn't say that. Sorry. I watch way too much Oliver.
Oh, this baby voice is killing my legs. Oh, there we go. Baby.
Well,
Baby.
if you
I don't know.
stop feeding them, they stop getting heavier.
That's what I keep saying, but the screaming is what keeps telling me to do it.
Fair point, yeah.
Baby voices demand food. You give baby voices food.
This is fair. This is very fair. Otherwise, say do not stop.
The middle voice was the worst of them all.
Oh,
Mhm.
jeez.
That high-pitched screech. Oh.
Yep.
My dog just looks at me and stares at the dog bowl and stares at me like, okay, where's the food?
The audacity.
How dare this not be full 24/7? You just finished it. I want more.
Right?
242 in the audacity of this bitch.
So sometimes she'll be eating and she'll almost be done, and I go grab her more food and fill it back up, and she'll look at me, look at the food, and walk away. Like, no, I was gonna finish that bowl, and now I have to. No, I'm good. I'm done. You have to wait for her to be finished before you touch it. Otherwise, she gets so upset with you.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
Again, she's more cat than dog. She's staring at me. So yeah, I know you're talking about me. I can hear it.
Okay.
Dogs are fun.
They are.
They're funner than cats are. The cat's weird too. At least both animals, we can leave their dishes full. We don't have to do the whole like, oh, you have to be fed at this time thing. So that's nice.
That is good.
Yeah, otherwise we totally would forget. I know us. We would have one of those automatic feeder thingies.
You have a need to get one of those.
They help.
What?
Because I'm tired of feeding the cat.
Yeah, but okay, so our cat has a degenerative teeth gum disease thing. And so she has very few teeth now. She has to eat wet food. You can't automatically dispense wet food.
No, it's not gonna work.
Or toothpaste.
What?
Just saying.
Not unless you want the whole inside of the contraption to just be mold.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I'm sorry, your cat, wet food, and
Save your money.
It's
Yeah,
the
no.
price you pay for the food you
Now,
eat.
if you want to get an automatic feeder for the ferret, that makes more sense.
Why
Ferret?
bother? She destroy the fuck out of it, thinking it was some kind of toy.
There would be no food in it because she'd be playing with it.
Yikes.
Oh yeah, you guys have lots of pets, don't you?
That we do.
Thankfully, not as many as we've had in the past.
The children replace them, I see.
We've had iguanas, we've had fish, we've had a martyr lizard, which she hated the most.
Oh my god. That thing escaped and got up under our kitchen cabinets. And I was like, well, that's it. It's just going to die up there. Nope, the thing was still alive. And it would not come down. And so I went out and had to specifically buy a little snake thing with a camera so that we could see that it was still alive in the cabinets.
Yup.
Yep. And then we put it in a different cage, and it figured out how to open it twice. Put it in a different cage, and then finally it was stuck in there. I was so happy when you got rid of that. So happy.
Decay is just like, it's gonna escape at some point. Oh, we got rid of it. Thank God the new owners can deal with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, and those do bite. And so I was like, that if this thing gets out and gets in the room with the kids while they're sleeping, it will bite them because, you know, it doesn't know any different and the kids are asleep.
They can't defend themselves.
Let's mouth to feed. Ow.
You would be less mouths to feed.
Oh, wait. That's us films. Yes, let's do this. Oh.
Yeah, we just have a cat and a dog. We have nothing else in our house. Though we did want to get ferrets. But we can't
Ferrets
where we
are
live.
fun.
They are.
There's just a lot of cleaning to do.
Yes. Yeah, they are. But apparently you're supposed to buy them in groups of 2?
Yeah. It's because they're very sociable creatures, so unfortunately, while you can just have one and play with them all day, it's just not the same as if there were 2 of them playing with each other.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to get a second dog, because even dogs normally live a little better with a second dog, as long as they get along, of course. But that's a lot of work, and we'd have to train another dog to be like Lulu. So we got a cat, so Lulu can be social with the cat at least somewhat.
Close enough.
Yes. She's still trying to figure out how to play with it. She knows that she can't play with the cat the way she can play with us, but she has figured out ways to play with the cat, and it's very cute.
Aw. Good.
Because she's a 63-pound dog. The cat's less than 10. So it's very gentle, and the cat just got fixed. So now we got 2 spayed animals, and no more calling to the boys in the yard. Thank God.
Yes.
Actually, I only found out recently. So I knew dogs, when they go through heat, they bleed. Cats don't, which I didn't know. Yeah, when they go through heat, they don't bleed. They just
Interesting.
meow a lot. A lot. Like, oh my God, a lot.
That is no fun.
No, and it's a very specific meow. Like, you can tell when she's in heat. And it's just like, oh, great. Well, it's gonna be a week of this. So she went through 3 heat cycles until we finally got her fixed, so. But yeah, no, it was just like, oh no, we're gonna have to deal with blood. And my roommate's like, no, the cats don't bleed when they go through heat. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
Yes, dogs on the other hand have to wear a diaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We got Lulu fixed before that ever happened, though, so we never had to deal with it.
Yeah. Apparently now they recommend that they go through at least 1 heat cycle before you get them fixed, though.
Actually, they recommended to do it before that because then she cannot have ovary cancer ever.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, so they said, yeah, there is some upsides to letting them go through the heat, but there's also great downsides. And if you get her done before that, you don't have to worry about ovary cancer at all. So that's why we got her fixed before she went through her first heat, because we were getting ready for the first heat. And they're like, oh no, you don't have to wait for that. They've actually figured out. But I mean, every vet's gonna take the information differently and recommend different things.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they said, yeah, don't do it before that, and then you don't have to worry about ovary cancer for her. And so yeah, she's never gone through a heat, which I'm kind of happy for her. I just seen Suki go through it, which is the cat, and I know they're different animals, but knowing that she was so discomfort and all that stuff and not happy during that time, it's just like, I'm happy I didn't put my dog through that too.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, poor thing. But now she's gonna deal with the stitches and the cone, and oh my god, she hated that cone.
A cone of shame.
Lulu didn't need the cone at all. We took the cone off right away. She sniffed her stitches once and never touched them. Suki, on the other hand, no. You took the collar off, and she was right for the stitches. So it was like, no. But I mean, it's different. The cats want to self-clean. The dogs aren't as big about they clean, but they don't clean like cats do.
Right.
I have seen a cat bathe themselves for over an hour.
What?
Just, yeah. I'm like, I think you're clean now. Do you want me to put you in the bath? I can put you in the bath. It'd be a lot faster than what you're doing.
Right.
When you threaten your cat to put him in water, they just look at you like, you do that, and I got claws.
Mm-hmm.
Threaten my dog with that.
Can
She's
you
like,
bathe a phoenix?
can you bathe the what?
I said, can you bathe a phoenix?
You bathe them with fire. So it's a very special fire you have to use very carefully. If you use the water, I mean, it will do it, but there's a chance they can turn to ash, and then they're just going to restart again.
Well, I mean,
They'll come
gotta
back clean.
start somewhere,
They'll come back clean, though. So, I mean,
right?
the dog's looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? Do not give me a bath.
Oh, Lulu, come here, baby. We're just gonna visit the bathroom for like a good hour and a half.
Actually, I bought a little attachment for my shower to help bathe her. It dispenses soap and everything in it. I was like, oh, this might make it easier because I already have problems trying to bathe the poor girl.
Have you done the trick with? Have you done the trick with peanut butter?
We have treats and stuff with us that help,
Oh,
but
okay.
because she's got double coat, it takes her forever to dry. And
oh yeah, that's right.
so you have to get through the first coat, and then you get to the second coat, and that really absorbs the water once it gets to that point. And then you can use 3 or 4 towels to dry her, and she's still soaking wet. It's astounding how much water this dog holds.
Sounds like a nightmare.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, but you still have to shower her every once in a while because she gets smelly. And one of my roommates is allergic to dogs, and my husband's allergic to cats, so... Which is why the cat's a short hair, and why we keep Lulu clean as much as we can, and then if he says like he's having an allergic reaction, she gets a bath right there. So
Yeah.
wife, Beth is in the house.
Woohoo! Hello, Beth.
Stormy's
The wife has arrived.
Stormy's wife. Every time she showed up, he would just yell, "Wife!" Stormy's probably stuck at work. I mean, we're all probably stuck at work in some way. Technically, my second job is my computer, so I guess I am stuck at work. Aw. Ooh. So you guys gonna try to stay up late tonight?
Hell no. I mean, sure.
I know, as a kid, As a kid, it
There
was
is no trying. You either do or die.
you do or you die.
Or just sleep. I mean,
Oh yeah, I guess there's that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, you kind of die when you sleep. I know I don't hear the world when I'm sleeping.
that's fair.
I end up just going into different worlds when I sleep.
That's where the story ideas come from.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, it was like super exciting to stay up late for New Year's and all that stuff. Knew the countdown. And as I got older, it's like, yay, it's New Year. Big whoop. Bye. I'm going to sleep.
Right. I still like to watch the ball drop, but it definitely gets harder the older I get. Because what is sleep anymore?
It's that thing you're supposed to do, but doesn't really seem to stick. I at least wake up twice
Right?
in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the best I can do is just put some worms in my ears, and then it's like nothing exists.
Make sure it's not something that's going to try to eat your brains.
Brains. That's what Decay is for.
I plead the fifth.
Good idea.
Remember that thing you forgot about it and why I know about it? That's why.
What?
I plead the fifth. So apparently, I've been
That
listening.
old dusty grave.
So I've been listening more and more about true crime in Canada, because most of the true crime that you get to hear about is in the States. And I found out that, like, I need to do a little more research about Canada law, because it's easier to find American law. We have something like pleading the fifth, but you can still testify. You just can't be, if you're going to court afterwards, they can't use it against you. So you can say, whatever the equivalent is. So I say I plead the fifth, but I was with Johnny when he was when he was still in that item, and blah blah blah. So they can't use that admission there at their own trial, but they can use it to help put Johnny away. Which actually I find that's actually very smart. So you're not incriminating yourself.
Can't incriminate yourself. Yeah.
But you can still help with the prosecution.
You can be a witness.
Yeah, and not So I think that's way better than I plead the fifth, and it's just like, okay, but
right.
still, like, hello. And I actually found out something really recently, where if you're on jury duty, and if you basically think that the law has no reason, there's not a good reason to be upholding this law, there's a thing called jury nullification or something like that. Basically, you can ignore the law and find someone not guilty. Even in the letter of the law, they should be guilty. I didn't know this when I was on jury duty, that definitely should have worked for that one. But
Wow.
It was such a stupidest reason to go. Like, I was like, why are we here? This is so stupid. At least it was done in less than a week. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've only had to do it. But the nice thing here is if you go on jury duty, you can't go back for 5 years. So you're free from it for 5 years minimum. And if you do get called, you just go, yeah, I did jury duty in that year. I can't do it again. And they'll just let you go. But you have to show up, because if you don't show up, there's a problem.
Right.
Yeah, because a bunch of people apparently didn't show up, and they got nasty letters, apparently. That's what the judge said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, show for your job. I'm like, how did I even get on this list? I wasn't supposed to be on this list. I thought I did stuff to keep off it.
I made no mistakes. Now I'm on the run.
Ugh.
The cops got a gun. And
42's got a gun. I can't remember. I think it's Jesse's got a gun. I can't remember the song.
Jamie's
got a gun. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I think some of the songs are so weird. Maybe re-listen to them like, wow, this was allowed to be on the radio? Woo! Actually, nowadays, listening to the songs that are on the radio and knowing what the underlying theme is and how blatantly sexual they are, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
woo! Like,
Yeah.
I can't say anything because I remember listening to Spice Girls, and one of the songs is "Two Become One." That's definitely blatantly about sex, and it's like,
Yep,
Huh.
yep.
and I used to sing to that. My parents must have been shaking their heads so hard.
That's the beauty of letting kids be innocent.
Yeah, just like, shh. They don't need to know. They don't need to know.
Right? It's like, listening to Megan Trainor's new stuff in my car the other day, and little middle voice was rocking out in the back, and I was just like, so glad you don't know what any of this means.
I wish I was with you. I wish I was with you. What was I gonna say? Trying to think of, hold on. Spice Girls. A lot of their songs had a lot more to do with sex than I realized as a kid. Listening back to a lot of that song, a lot of the music I used to listen to as a kid, it's like, wow, I'm dense.
Sorry, that was the baby in her sleep.
Boys just have that.
She was dreaming that you weren't gonna give her food.
Probably. Probably that I walked away.
Yeah, probably something simple. Babies don't have very much to worry about quite yet, luckily.
Mm-mm. But this is where the separation anxiety starts.
Yep.
Does it ever
Yeah,
end?
it's
'Cause
all downhill from
my dog still has separation anxiety at
Yeah.
times. We got her too young. We got her at 5 weeks old.
No.
You're supposed to get
Was
them
she a little fluff cup?
Oh, she was so tiny and little, but she was dirty. Like, oh my
no.
goodness. Like I'm so happy we took her away from them because, long story short, we actually had to leave because she's an American dog. We actually had to leave her in the States for a couple days before we can come back and see a vet to bring her back up. So this guy was nice enough to keep her. He's actually a sheriff in the States. So he took her for a couple days for us, and then we came back. He gave her a bath. And oh my goodness, the day that I had her compared to the day he gave me back to her, she was so soft. The other day she was so rough and disgusting. I was like, and I was just like, I'm so happy we got you away from them. They weren't taking very good care of her.
She was rescued from somebody else, and then the sheriff held her. So it wasn't like you had rescued her from the sheriff?
No. We didn't rescue her from the sheriff.
Gotcha.
So we went to Walmart in the States, and they had husky puppies for $100, $150.
Wow.
We bought her, and then we couldn't find a vet to say that she had a clean bill of health, so we could take her across the border. They told us there was a vet that was open. They weren't. The closest vet was like 5 hours away, and when we phoned them, they weren't able to do what we needed. So we were actually going to give away the dog because we couldn't take her across the border. So so this guy walked up. He's like, it sounds like you guys just need someone to hold on to the dog for a couple of days. And we're like, yeah. And he's like, well, I'll take her for a couple of days, and then you guys can come back when the vets are open and take her. And he turned out to be a sheriff. We didn't even know that.
Cool.
He wasn't wearing a uniform or anything. So yeah, and apparently his girlfriend's like, you just got a husky puppy. You're not getting. They're never coming back. And like 2 days later, we phoned them and we're like, yeah, we're gonna come get the puppy and all that stuff. So yeah. No, we wanted that dog completely.
That's awesome.
And yeah, she's a little apple of our eye, and yeah. The hardest, the scariest 2 days were those 2 days before we could go back and get her, because we got her on a Saturday and I couldn't go back till the Monday when the vets were open. Yeah, be lucky to have her. But yeah, they told us she was about 6 weeks, just about 7. Her eyes were still clouded when we got her. She was 5 weeks.
Wow.
They were lying to us completely. So we have like anxiety issues a little bit, and then we have a friend who had like 3 dogs, all different ages and sizes. So we made sure that when she was a bit bigger, that she was able to spend time with them to get socialized with other dogs, because we knew that the whole point of them staying with the mom till they're 8 is to figure out how to socialize with dogs. So we made sure we took care of that. So we did everything we could to try to negate the fact how old she was when we got her. And yeah, so she's got a little bit of anxiety issues when we leave. She looks really sad and upset with us, but when we get home, she's over the moon to see us. She knows we always come back, so. Rule of thumb, if the dog's eyes are clouded over still, they're not 6 weeks. They're younger than you think.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. She was able to eat solid food, so that was good. We didn't have to go get
That's
her
good.
milk or anything, so. And we had to take her. She had to poop on this one little thing of like when we were driving her, we would drive past this one spot where she had to poop when we first got her. And we go back to the States every once in a while. I'm like, there's where Lulu pooped for the first time. Every time we passed it. We don't live there anymore, so we can't do that anymore. But I guarantee if we were still doing it every time we passed, we'd be like, that's where Lulu pooped the first time. But yeah, she's our little puppy. She's our daughter, like, and we're not having kids, so it's definitely we treat her like her little girl.
Definitely.
But yeah, no, the whole like I've had people talk about like, well, you know, you can just give up your animal if you need a place to stay and you can't find a place, and I'm like, no, I can't give up my animals. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they're their kids. I'm like, I've known her since she was 5 weeks old. I've raised her.
Right.
Have you never had an animal that you love? Do you not understand? But yeah, no, I love my animals. I even love Suki, who gets on my nerves some days. I get up at 4:30 every morning, and she is running through the house, chasing things. And I'm like, it's 4:30 in the morning. Calm down. It is too early for this shenanigans. Same thing with your kids probably too. It's just like, calm down. It's too early for this stuff. Stop it. Can I take your energy, put it into coffee for me so I can get anywhere near you?
Yeah, that is legitimate. When parents are like, oh, I get up and I have my hour and I drink my coffee in peace and quiet before the kids come up. Oh, no. That doesn't exist for us.
They're up when you're up.
Because the oldest voice is up before that. The oldest voice gets up at, I don't know, anywhere between 4 and 6.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. He's the one waking me up going, Mom, you need to get up. I need food.
I'm hungry. Where's my food?
Yep.
There's cereal and milk, and you can make it. I'll teach you.
Right.
Tomorrow.
So yeah, I totally understand that.
At least she doesn't ask for food. It's just sitting there in the bowl for her. So actually, we need to get a mat under that because she keeps like she's like the messiest eating cat I've ever known. The food's like all over the place. I'm like, how are you doing this? Lulu's a neater eater than you are. And she's a dog. Dogs are notorious for messy eating. That's why we call her a dog cat. We have a cat dog and a dog cat.
The best.
Cat dog.
Cat dog.
Cat.
We don't ask questions of where they poop at. But That's the one question I think we'll all have. I've seen too many things on what... And you know, one of them is always walking backwards. Because while the other one's going forwards, the other one has to walk backwards. I couldn't imagine having to do that. That just seems horrible. Then again, they could do the curl thing they do and both go forwards.
Right.
You know, that's
Just
not...
do the...
I think that might be...
What is that called?
It'd be easier to walk. I've had to walk backwards. It's so... Our knees aren't designed for that. It doesn't feel right.
Where they do the, like, grapevine side to side. You know what I mean? Where you go like that?
I don't. But I'm gonna pretend that I do.
How dare you?
How dare! We throw the shade!
Right, right.
We throw the shade against the wall. Likely you're in a closet, so the wall's not that far.
I am the shade.
Right?
Yeah, so why we have to keep throwing you. Duh.
Eh.
Yeah. Double whammy.
At you, at me, at you, at me. Ah, philosophy.
Not your forte. Not your forte, it sounds like. Damn it, 42.
Just gonna up your number there to 43.
I'm not Raven who had that 43 randomly appear on him. It's fine. He's only ever had one glitch in the Matrix stories happen in his life, and he borrowed a number thing that said 42 on it, and when they found it again, it said 43. He's like, that makes no sense. I would never have taken the plaque that said 43 on it. 42 is the only thing that matters to me.
Right? The answer to the universe.
Yep, that's exactly it. That's not where my name came from. I found that out when I got older. So I'd still like 42. It rhymes. It's an easy number. I like it.
It is a good number.
It is a good number. I'm actually quite surprised how quiet the chat is today. Normally it's a lot more busy. Might be because it's the
Probably
new year.
prison. Yeah.
And everyone's just trying to sleep in or getting back
Yeah.
from partying if they're on the other side of the world.
Phoenix Fire thinks he's allowed to sleep. How dare he?
Yeah, no sleep for Phoenix Fire. He has to stay awake 24/7.
Yep.
Burn to ash and then renew and do it all over again. Jeez. Rude.
Right?
So how many stories are you editing right now?
Roughly 4.
Well, not too bad. I'm surprised you do more than one at a time. I can only do one video at a time.
My thing is, I don't have really much of an attention span. So it kind of like, I'm working on one story, then I have to jump to the next one, and then I'm jumping to the next one, and then I jump back to that one.
Boing, 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 boing.
Yes.
Well,
I feel like that's what happens in my mind.
Well, the good thing is if you're like able to record and you can do more than one story at a time, especially with working between the kids, right? So then you, while the kids are being noisy, you can do your editing and stuff, right? So it does make sense. It's just, for me, I would get too lost too quickly if I did that, because I know how I am.
Yeah.
I think
That's unfortunately, like, that's the reason why I haven't finished, like, at least 2-3 other stories that I was in the middle of writing.
just don't have time.
Yeah. Then I just keep, like, I lose my place from it, and then it's just like, I don't know where the story was supposed to be going anymore.
But you should try to write notes for yourself so you can.
That's too much work.
It's too much forethought. It's against the rules of the decay and shade.
Yes. If it's too much work, don't do it.
Just let it be. It's all good. Normally I can, I only write one story at a time normally anyway, so I normally have an idea where I'm going with it.
Yeah, but I have Lady Spukaria's problem where it's just like I work on one story and all of a sudden I get inspiration for another, and then it's just like another, and then wait, but let me finish this one first. No, another one, and then it doesn't stop.
Another one and another one. It's like,
What was I
no.
even working on? What
Well-
even is these?
Jim was walking into the warehouse and then a shadow. What was the shadow supposed to be? Was it just supposed to be a shadow? Was it supposed to be a creature that was supposed to come out of nowhere? Oh no. Help. Past me, tell me what my plan was here.
Nope.
Yeah, so I'm careful to try to get as much done as I can so I can figure out where I was going with it. I actually might rewrite one of my stories and make it a little better. I like
Okay.
where I went with it, but I think I could flesh it out a little bit more.
That's fair.
I'm gonna keep the twist the way it was because it's got kind of sort of a twist ending to it, but I think I'm gonna do a little more foreshadowing for that twist ending because it kind of came out of
Okay.
nowhere. It was one of the I think it's like the second story I wrote in like 10 years, so it's fair. I was a little rusty.
Well, we all gotta start somewhere.
Yep. The first story I wrote was... What was it called again? Nope, definitely not Halloween Event. That one was the longest one I ever did. Wake Up and... My friend is Odd. That was the first one I wrote when I came back to start writing again.
Okay. Hey, can you send me like the link to all your stories? Because I keep trying to say I'm gonna narrate one of your stories, and then I just completely forget to look.
That is fine. Here, I will do that right now.
Woot.
Everyone always seems to go for the same one, so if you go for that one, I'm gonna laugh. I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, though.
Aw, why you gotta be a party pooper?
Because if I tell you, then you won't go for it.
Fine, I guess.
Yeah, Trick or Treat actually is really cool because it has 3 different points of view in it. I switch between people's points of view. Yeah. The original story behind it was for someone else's channel, which I don't know if it ever got posted there. And someone told me it had to be so long, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't write a story that long. And then I started spitballing with my husband over it, and he's like, well, why don't you do like 3 different points of view, and they can, tell this story from all those points of view as things happen. I'm like, that's a really good idea. And then I got to the needed length with that too, so it's like the longest story I've written as well.
Well, I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, no, you can't even tell that I was trying to stretch something out. It looks all planned. It's about zombies.
Ooh.
Because I think it had to be about zombies. If I remember correctly, that was the criteria. It had to be about zombies. But I had a new twist on about zombies. So.
That sounds fun to narrate, especially because I don't think we have a zombie-themed stories on our channel.
Not yet.
You're both zombies. Jeez.
I know. The disappointment on everybody's faces is what I live for. I mean, what?
It has 1, 2, So 3 points of view, 2 males, one female, and it has a 911 operator, which can be male or female, and then I think another cop talks. So it's got a possibility of 2 female voices, minimum of 1, and 3 to 4 male voices.
Neat.
Me, how I remember things. Well, I did it as a collab, so I had different people doing different parts for each thing to help bring it to life better.
Hey, whatever works. Yeah, I think that's what we did for a few of ours.
Yeah, no, it is cool when you can do different voices when you need to, but it's so much easier and so much better when you can get someone else to do it, because you're like, because whenever I listen back to myself, I'm like, oh, you can totally tell that's still my voice. Ugh. But the only problem I have is finding female narrators that want, like I'll do a thing where I'm like, I need narrators, and I get reached out by all these male narrators, and then no females, and I'm like, help, I need a female.
Well, I mean, you always have Decay.
Yes, I do that. That I know, but I'm like, I've used her so many times. I don't want to keep coming to her all the time. Decay, help!
Sorry, she's busy with the other voices because they're just being needy today. Uh-oh.
That's fair. The stream is near an end anyway, so 4 more videos we're looking forward to from your channel at some point here, coming in the new year. I mean, I doubt you're posting all 4 today anyways.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have enough of a difference in my accent that I sound like different people. Yes, I have heard September be able to do different voices, so he's able to get away with a lot easier than I can. I'm like,
Nice.
it all sounds the same. Though my husband has told me, no, you do sound different. You can tell those are 2 different characters. So I'm like, it all sounds the same to me, though. The hardest critic is yourself.
That is true.
Do you have
That's why I have Decay.
It is hard for males to try to do female voices. I mean, I can kind of sort of pull off a male voice, but you can totally tell it's a female trying to do a male voice.
I feel like realistically, it's just gotta be some kind of genetic thing. Like,
oh, I know why. It's because testosterone. So when
Yes.
you're going through puberty, testosterone changes your vocal cords to make them lower, and that makes it so it's harder for you to do higher pitches. While women don't have a voice change at all. Well, they have a little bit, but not much. So it makes it easier to do the lower voices when you need to, because of course our default is higher.
yeah.
I know this, and it's not reversible. Once the testosterone does it, there's nothing you can do to fix it, except for a surgery that can change your vocal cords. But that just sounds scary to me.
No bueno.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just not my cup of tea. Just the thought of that. No.
Well, I mean, some of us want to just be like Peter Griffin, just be so rich that we have enough money to trade vocal cords with Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, and
That voice would be pretty fun.
yeah, it would be. Yeah, he is a pretty good voice actor, because you can actually... all his characters do sound like different people.
Yeah, that's just years of practice, though, and
Yes.
I have to get that time.
Yeah, I've been working on trying to get better and better. There's also an art to it. I actually have a friend who she does a lot of that kind of stuff, and she's pretty good at changing her voice when she wants to. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
My favorite is when she tries to do a man's voice. She pulls it off very well, to the point where she's gone through the drive-thru and they just stared at her going, "What the hell?" And Fluffy, I don't know if you've ever seen the comedian Fluffy. He can do like that, like stereotypical Valley Girl accent so well.
Yep.
And then he will do it when he's in the drive-thru too. And they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yep.
Apparently, he can't do it to the drive-thru right next to his house anymore because they know him too well. Oh my god! Like, I can't do it properly, but I love it.
Oh my god, I want a regular cheeseburger with no cheese, please.
And I would like a Diet
look at those
Coke.
calories.
I want a Diet Coke with, like, a little bit of sugar added, but just a pinch. I gotta watch those calories. Cheeseburger, no cheese. So you want a hamburger? No, I said a cheeseburger with no cheese. So a hamburger.
So many times.
Yeah.
You just ring it up as a hamburger and say nothing. Unless they notice.
Oh, they notice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's when I finally was like, listen, I could ring up a cheeseburger with no cheese, but a hamburger's 10 cents cheaper. And it's the exact same thing you want.
Yeah. It's got everything on you need, and I'm charging you less.
Yep.
What was I gonna
The
say?
audacity.
So we get like the dollar drink days here. They're not as good as they used to be, but back when they were like, didn't matter what size you got, they were $1. People would go to the McDonald's and like, okay, so I want this, and I want the dollar drink, and then the actual meal was cheaper. Like, well, the meal's cheaper. No, the dollar drink is just so good. I have to have the dollar drink. But you're getting a full meal and it's actually cheaper. No, I want the dollar drink.
Yep. Yep. I don't miss those conversations at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. I lucked out when I worked at McDonald's. I didn't have those dumb conversations, or I blocked them all out. I don't know which one it was. Because I mostly worked at the drive-thru.
Some days it was both.
and truth be told, it was back when the drive-thru didn't show you what the order was. You had to read it back.
Oh, yeah.
So I was actually, they kept me there because I was actually one of the best order takers. I hated it though. Oh my god. Humans are so dumb as a
We're
whole.
not friends.
Yes. Yes, September, that is so true.
Yeah,
He says humans are dumb as a whole.
yeah. I worked at McDonald's and I've worked at Wendy's, and I couldn't do those ever again, I don't think. The rush of it all is just too much for me. I'm not made for that speed anymore.
Yeah.
And the dumbness.
Sadly, it seems like the speed isn't cared about anymore by the staff, so you'd be fine.
Well, I think they're trying to get more towards accuracy over speed now. Actually, truth be told, every time I go to McDonald's now, my order is normally always correct. It's only been like once or twice it's ever been wrong, and I eat a lot more fast food than I should talk about. But I double check. But most of the time, as long as your order is pretty like simple, like one meal, they normally always get it right. It's when you like you want a cheeseburger with no pickles, and then you want a hamburger with extra ketchup, and you want a McFlurry, but you don't want a topping in it for some reason. You know, when it start getting complicated like that, that's when the mix-up starts happening. But when it's like, I want two Big Macs with large fries and a large Coke, it's super easy, hard to mess those ones up as much.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I'm normally pretty simple. The only thing that gets complicated for me is no ice. And if they give me ice, oh no, I'm not gonna throw a fit over it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's just, it's all knowing about how complicated your orders are. And sometimes when your orders are more complicated, you probably should go in and go order it off the kiosk.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then you know you're getting everything you ask. I actually have a coworker. He goes in every time because he doesn't like pickles or ketchup or stuff like that. So he goes in and he orders it through the kiosk, so he knows that everything he doesn't want on it is taken off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, makes it easier. And then you don't have to try to translate to the poor cashier who's like, fried by that point. Let's not lie. You walk in fried,
Right.
you leave more fried somehow, smelling of French fries and deep grease.
Yes.
The caveat to that is it's like, so I developed a ridiculous set of allergies, and one of them happens to be sesame. And so whenever we go through a drive-through, I have to make sure that the bun doesn't have sesame.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to try to go in to avoid having to have that conversation, then I have to unload all the kids from the car, and I don't want to do that.
That is fair. That is three baby voices to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that also, do you tell them you're also allergic?
Hmm?
Do you tell
You
them?
also tell them that you're allergic.
Oh yeah. And then I love, because you've worked at McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
when you're like, oh well, I'm allergic to sesame seeds, so do you have a bun that doesn't have, like, if I'm going somewhere other than McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
because I would just say, can I get a regular bun?
Yeah.
But if I'm going to like Burger King, they're like, oh well, we can give you 2 bottom buns. No, it was in the same package
Yeah, you're
with
allergic.
the sesame seeds.
You're gonna still have the allergic reaction to that.
Yes.
Yeah, so you probably want a bunless burger then, because that's gonna be your safest bet. Which I
Right.
mean, not
Well,
ideally
a
what you
totally
want.
different bun, but yeah. Yep. One time I had somebody from, I think it was Arby's, was like telling me, they're like, oh well, sorry it took a little extra time, we made sure that everyone changed their gloves. I was like, you know what, bless you, because you are the only person who has done that ever.
They're actually supposed to do that, like, at least in Canada. If you find out someone has an allergy, you're supposed to switch out your gloves before you touch that burger.
Yep.
Just for
You're
cross-contamination.
supposed to here too, but
Yeah.
I think people forget because
Yeah.
it doesn't come up as often.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's supposed to be, and that's why stuff's not supposed to, like, touch each other, is so that
Mm-hmm.
nothing cross-contaminates, so you won't accidentally hurt or, even worse, kill that person.
Yep.
'Cause
Thankfully, my allergy isn't that severe, but
like peanut allergies, a lot of people who have peanut allergies are deathly allergic to peanuts.
exactly.
But peanuts have mostly left most places. You don't really have peanuts anymore, except for, like, peanut oil.
Right.
But, like, fast food joints, the only thing that I can think of is the fact that McDonald's has peanuts for their sundaes, but they're in a package,
Correct.
sealed. So it doesn't, that, like, if you go to hand them to them, nothing from the peanut got on your hand anyways. So, and you have to ask for
Right.
those now anyways. They don't just hand the peanut container anymore. And I always forget about that till I drive away. I'm like, no, I want the peanuts. Give me my peanuts.
Right.
Ugh, yeah, humans are dumb. I just looked at his comment. Yeah, humans are dumb. They are. Fast food's good because it gives you a good, like, when you work it, you get a really good appreciation for people who work fast food. But boy, does it suck when you work there. I hated it. I hated how people treat you. Like, you're lower than them, and I'm like, excuse me, I have to pay my bills. How do you want me to pay my bills?
Right.
Well, he had a different job. What's going to offer me full-time with benefits? Because the McDonald's I worked with, all the adults, they would pay them $2 over minimum wage, benefits, and guaranteed full-time. They had that to all the adults.
Damn, that's nice.
Yeah, it was a privately owned franchise, so, like, it was a family that owned it, so they always tried to take care of their staff as best they could. It wasn't one of those, like,
The chains.
owned by a bunch. It was just, they only owned that one, and they took very good care. And it was super busy because it was right next to the major highway that went between one tourist trap to the other. We got lots and lots of people came in all the time to that McDonald's. And it was the first fast food place you ever saw. And then if you went a little bit further down, so the town is set up that you come over the mountain, and then you go down, and there's downtown, and then you see the McDonald's, and then you drive past it, and there's woods. And then you see a Wendy's. And so a lot of people stopped at that Wendy's, which is poorly set up because it was sent for an industrial place, but they didn't know that they didn't realize there was a highway right next to it, so it's not set up right. And then there's Woods again, and I worked at that Wendy's. And then there's Woods again, and then you would see the Burger King. So, like, you would think that you almost left the town, like, 2 or 3 times. It's just, it was all behind these woods. It's just, it was all, like, they made it so that the highway was a little more scenic and looked nice. So there was these woods. But no, you didn't leave the town. Actually, for quite a bit, like, it went quite further higher than people realized until you actually left the town. It's quite interesting. Technically, it goes all the way to the other town in the back area. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it's an interesting little town. Well, it's not little anymore. It's quite huge now. It's really popped off now, so which is why I left.
That's fair.
Too many people, and it was getting too expensive when I was living there. One of the few places that were offering full-time with benefits were all the fast food places, and I didn't want to work fast food anymore.
Yeah.
So, and I found a grocery job, and they only gave me part-time with no benefits. And I was like, I'm good. I don't want this.
Right.
So, yeah, no. It's really sucky, because Canada is a little bit easier to get benefits because, of course, we don't have medical isn't part of the benefits because that's just part of base. So
yeah,
they're not as reluctant to give it, but it's still a pain in the butt to get benefits.
Yeah.
Because you need dental and you still need eye and therapy and all those things, right? So it's just like... And if you're an adult who's paying bills, you definitely need those benefits.
Oh, here's a question. Does Canadian insurance care about your hearing?
It's not based, no.
Damn it.
No.
I don't understand. Why do we care about eyes and teeth, but we don't care about ears?
Well, no, they do. Like, there is medical, like, the medical coverage that I get from work does have hearing in it. That's one of the things. So if I need, like, hearing aids and stuff like that, but it's not part of the provincial healthcare, because each province has its own healthcare.
I see.
So it is in the stuff I get from my work, but it is not stuff I get from the provincial. I can go to a doctor, just hand them my health card, no ifs, ands, or buts, and everyone that is at least a permanent resident of Canada to a citizen has that card. Like, every province provides it. So no matter what, you can always go to a doctor, always see a doctor, ER, all that stuff is permanently covered. If you come out of country, it's cheaper, but it's still expensive. An ER visit here is $800. I found that out because I saw a sign once. I was like, holy cow. It's covered by medical, though, so I'm good.
Canada? Yes? Yeah.
I don't want to move.
Yep, it's and then BC's gone to it, but Alberta, you don't pay anything out of pocket anymore. It all comes out of the taxes that you pay while you're working. So it's just extra taxes they take out. So it's not something you ever notice. BC, on the other hand, charges, well, used to, I think they've changed it too, but they charged you a bill afterwards. Super fun. Super annoying, because if you're not single, it's very easy to go over the threshold where you have to pay the full amount, and it was ridiculous how much you had to pay for it. I think for 2 people it was well over $100 per month.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the States are very expensive too, but it was not something we could afford.
Yeah.
Part of the reason we left BC and now live in Alberta.
Okay.
Yeah, no, my husband gets so mad at me because like, oh, I don't feel so well, and blah, 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 blah. He's like, go see the doctor. I'm like, I don't want to. He's like, you have bloody free healthcare here. You can see a doctor, but you don't want to. I'm like, I don't want to sit around people and have to deal with their yucky germs and then talk to my doctor about how I'm not feeling well. He's like, I had to think, do I have enough in my budget to go to see the doctor?
No.
Is my coverage going to cover that doctor I'm going to go see? No, you don't have to think any of that. Go to see the doctor! Yeah, no, it's quite funny. He's like, you freaking Canadians don't even have to worry about it. But no, you don't want to go see the doctor because it's out of the way. I'm like, yeah, he's so far away. He's like, it's a block from the house. Shove off. Yeah, where we live like right in the heart of downtown, or the heart of the city. But I'm like in the suburbs, but a block away from me is like all the shops you'd ever need.
Nice.
Like perfect place. Accidentally picked this spot. Had no clue. They just were willing to take a chance on us because we didn't have jobs, and everywhere else wanted proof of employment before they would rent to us.
Yeah.
And we had no proof of said employment. Oh. Before we wrap this up, so you said you got 4 videos coming out. You know anytime one of those is coming out by chance?
It just depends how quickly I can get them edited, and then have poor Decay try to re-record a couple of them, because every time I've had her record it, either the file got corrupted and she had to record it again, or there was some technical difficulties that totally was not of my doing at all. Wink, wink, shove, shove, out.
Do I need to go over how to do this better? Do you need help? Because I've never had file corrupt.
I totally would not need the help at all, 242. I'm not totally winking. I'm not totally blinking my eyes twice for help, wink, wink.
Because I've never had a file corrupt on me, and I've been doing this for 2 years.
I don't know what happened. Like, it was really good. I was in the middle of, editing it, and the next thing I know, oh, well, your file no longer exists. Like, excuse me?
Oh, no. And you checked your dumpster and all that jazz?
Yes.
Fuck. I'm sorry. I don't know how that happened. You've ghosted the machine.
I really don't.
That's always how... When weird stuff happens, you have ghosted the machine.
More than likely. I would not put it past it, because my laptop is starting to get old.
That's fair.
Poor thing is just needing to be put down like Old Yeller.
Wow.
Take it out back.
Wow.
And like I said, for my channel, tomorrow is going to be 2 horror stories, both about I can't think of a thing to link them together. They both have strange beings in them, I guess, would be a way of doing it.
There you go.
One has to do about my old friend in a town, and the other one has to do about a little old lady who keeps wanting to come in, but she doesn't look right.
No thanks, old lady.
I'll show you the picture that I got for it. It actually is really cool looking. And with that, guys, I hope you all have a good day and a happy new year. I am on Interscare's live stream later this evening for the new year. I'll be reading a story for you guys. It's originally a Patreon exclusive, so bonus. You guys get to hear something that they normally get to hear.
I just saw dangerous thing. Bees.
Bees. Alright, y'all have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye.